Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels, and we'll get to the JRC in a moment. First, brief disclaimer: if you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, all pertinent links can be found right there in the description box for you. That way, should you want to do a deep dive on either subject, you definitely should be able to go ahead and do so. Here, let me get a drink real quick. Alright. Now, let me start that again. Trigger warnings. Yes, also, real quick. We do use profanity on this channel, and when we talk about places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center, you're going to hear the descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. So if you got someone that is 16 and younger and they're watching this, parental supervision, very much advised. Alright, folks, right back where we left off, shall we? This one says, in no world should this pseudoscience be seen as anything but torture. Thank you for calling it what it is. We have a pseudoscience epidemic going on in this country right now, and I hope it's nipped in the bud before public health goes the way of the dodo. And if people keep following brainworm RFK Jr., that's exactly what we're heading for. A new Dark Ages. I don't know about you, but I've studied history extensively, and that does not sound like a good time to me, alright? This ban is necessary and long overdue. And I'm sorry, that is the greatest oh my gosh, I can't talk today. That is a large understatement. Let's put it that way. Alright, we're going to open up to the new page now, folks. Here we go. Alright, this one wrote, I support the ban on electrical stimulation devices for coercive use. Nicely stated, because that's what it is. And it's kind of hard to use it as coercive. It only works for so long. They are an outdated tool that modern behavior science has left behind, providing no proven benefit and inflicting intense suffering on its patients. They may have gotten rid with physical aversives, but please don't insult my intelligence by trying to convince me that they've got rid of all aversives in regards to ABA. I've read the handbook, for fuck's sake. Spare me. More flowery language doesn't make it somehow less harmful. Just putting it out there. They have no place in modern medicine. The FDA and public health and safety should ban this abuse of medical equipment. I vote in both national and state elections, and modernizing American medicine is an important issue for me. Me too, my friend. Me too. There's a lot of things that need revamping and changing entirely within the medical model, especially when it comes to do with how people like me are treated. There's a whole lot that needs revamping, including the fact that my own damn treatment is not centered on me, it's centered on every single other person around me. Right? We gotta get you so that they'll be comfortable around you. What if I don't care if they're comfortable or not? Right? Not my circus, not my monkeys. Just saying. Alright. Let's move on to the next one here. This one's short and sweet. I support the proposal to ban these devices. This is inhumane. Go off. Go off. You are exactly right. Alright, looks like we're doing more than 3, folks. Please do this. This has been inhumane treatment of too little effect for too long. You don't see it because we're used for advocating for so long, but every morning we all wake up and we go to our timeline feeds of every single social media account that we have as neurodivergent folks in the movement. And every day we wake up to the same horrifying fact of knowing that the JRC is still there to threaten another generation. And yes, it breaks our hearts. Every single morning. Every morning. It needs to end now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, now. Sorry about that, folks. I got a little emotional on ya. We just read that one, okay. Alright, this one reads, as an autistic individual, the use of electric shock devices largely on autistic children is a cruelty that should not have ever been allowed to happen. I added ever. It is torture. It causes things like PTSD and severe anxiety, things that do more harm than good to the individual the shocks are administered to, all in the name of making things easier on neurotypical people around them. Thank you! Somebody besides me said it. Instead of learning to accommodate what has been classified as a disability, as they would nearly any other disability. That is my point. Our treatment is not made in order for things to be easier for us. It's geared towards making things easier for everyone around us. Can you imagine that? Going to your doctor's office, realizing the program you are currently on is geared towards everybody else and what they want and their dreams for you, but not based off of what you want and what your dreams are for you? I got lucky. Very, very lucky. But I've been around long enough and a part of this movement to know my experience is extremely rare. So, just putting it out there. Instead of learning to accommodate what has been classified as a disability, these devices should not be used to punish an autistic child for something they can need help coping with and processing, like a meltdown or a shutdown. I've done both. I've done shutdowns, I've done meltdowns. And we do need help, particularly because our meltdowns are brutal. They tear us apart every bit as much as we're tearing things apart. Coming out of it is not anything I can ever really put to you guys in words. But it doesn't require to be responded to in violence, especially not a meltdown. You're just wanting to escalate things at that point. And on that note, folks, we're going to go ahead and close out for this vid. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, if you would all be so kind, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, don't forget to hit the comments, and double check and make sure that you are still set up to receive notifications. We're coming back Friday with another episode of Down the Rabbit Hole to be followed up Sunday with a new episode on the Snake Oil Salesman series. We don't want you missing anything, and we're probably going to start some point next week with the Tylenol series, which I was going to save for the down the rabbit hole, but no, not with our orange orangutan president. I appreciate your time, and as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. I'll see you all here in a few minutes. Bye-bye, everyone.